The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. And off we go from Tampa. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
To Hart! What's that?
On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 6.
180! Wait to hunt!
They'll go right back to Algier. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early third down coming up.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
To hunt! Wide. Hey, yo. Where's that?
Cousins out of the gun on third down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
Set! 180! Kings! What's that?
They run with the argument. It's Bucky Irving. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Good sec. What? That?
Right back to Irving. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Here's third and 2.
Set! 180! What's that?
They'll go again here with Irving. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up fourth down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Good. 180! What's that?
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Buccaneers first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
And it was probably a little bit closer than they would have preferred, but the decision to go for it pays off as they get just enough to extend this drive.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
Set! Run. What's that?
Here's carry number 1 for Rashad White. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Rook Orororo there on the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's second and 9.
Set! 180! Point it right.
Now the Bucs will take their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
What's that?
From the gun, it's Mayfield. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Bucky Irving. And it's going to be third down.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
180! What's that?
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Left side to Godwin. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers will take a 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jahan! 180! Wait, Jahan!
A first down throw for Cousins. That one knocked away. And it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And that will lead to a second down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
Second and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good! Jahan! Jahan!
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
These are the kind of plays that give running backs bad names. I mean, there's nothing fancy about this. You're wide open, the ball's on target. He just flat out dropped it.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10.
180! Wait, that!
On third down, here's a run by Algier.
The ball carrier. Vita Vea on the stop. A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down.
Yellow! 180! Wait, that!
They will indeed go as they look to throw. He'll look deep, left sideline. That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Dead! 180! Kings! What's that?
Throwing is Baker. That is taken in by the veteran, Mike Evans. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Second and inches.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
A
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
180! Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's that?
Here's Irvin. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to
All
2nd
things
and 10.
considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today.
Good. 180! Hey, alert, 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 alert!
On 2nd down, Baker. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Algier. And he shows off his strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
He's taken down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Caught left side by Pitts. And to be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Cousins. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
180! Stop!
Cousins now on 2nd down. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Atlanta.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Couple of first downs already on this drive, and they'll go first down from the 43. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He's across midfield, and they're going to work this down inside the 45. Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Hard. 180. Hey, no, easy. Listen to me.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That one is caught by Mooney. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Second down, Cousins. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down. Really nice play.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Hot. Hey, Ringo, 48. 180. 2. What is that?
Cousins now. He gets this one complete to Hodge. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
What is that?
On first down, Cousins. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most. And I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Yellow. To Hart. Yellow. What is that?
Cousins to throw. That's to Pitts, the tight end. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
14-yard line.
To Hart. 180. Start.
Handoff, it's Algier. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Jacob Parrish on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
To Hart. 180. To Hart.
Throwing now, Cousins. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
What's up?
A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
20, done.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
3rd and long.
Sick. What's up?
Here's Mayfield. In the middle of the field, he's got Evans. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Riley Dixon on to punt for Tampa Bay. Back deep, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Jahan! 180!
Here's Cousins. Complete. Former 1st-round pick Drake London with the catch. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Jahan! What's that?
On 1st and 10, Cousins. The catch is made. It's Agnew. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Jahan! 180!
Mooney in motion.
Where's Jahan?
Now, Cousins. Over the middle, that's his tight end blitz. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Jahan! 180! What's that?
A 1st down throw for Cousins. We'll get this to Pitts once more. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Buccaneers' 40-yard line.
2nd and 5.
Jahan! 180! Black, black.
London brought in motion.
Wait, shot.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second. Talk things over before third down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down.
180! Wait, shot.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Gonna give the ball over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he is out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage, so they're going to end up losing a couple of yards. Not a good first down.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack, but there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring them down for a loss.
And that's a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He's got a man. That's the tight end. It's a gain of 19 in the air. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. At the Falcons,
an enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. 180, watch one.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Out right, catch made. That's ELBUCCS. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
And the first down. First
Hey,
and 10
alert,
at the
33.
15-yard line.
Stop.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. The Buccaneers forced to use their third and final timeout. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Here's second and 2.
180. Run, run, run.
Now Mayfield on the run to the right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Third and 2. Here we go.
Set. 180. What's up?
Throwing is Baker. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Hit by the rookie out of Oklahoma. And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth down.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And is downfield to the tight end Pitts. Into space. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 99 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Set. 180. Set.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big one there to start the second half. 33 yards.
What I loved most about this was just the ability of the quarterback, Mike, to so quickly go through his progression. You see early on at the top of his drop, his eyes are downfield. Quickly realizes there's not a lot of opportunities downfield. Check it down to your back and see if he can pick up the rest after the catch and move the chains with his legs.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Set. 180. Pistol, pistol, pistol. What's that?
Baker is going to hand it to White. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
High! 300! 180! Good routes here. Wait, high!
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding.
To high! Wait, that!
Second down, Cousins. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
To high! Black! 180! Wait, that!
Cousins out of the gun on 3rd down. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line.
Good. What's that?
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. He'll look underneath here for Irving. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a yard.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33.
Good. 180! Run. What's that?
Now Mayfield. Now screen set up for Irving. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
On 2nd down, Baker. Godwin working the right side. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 38 yards.
First and 10 at the 21-yard
First and 10.
line.
To throw is Mayfield. He'll swing this out wide to Irving. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. Baker to throw. That is caught. He got Godwin. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
That's another.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
A run on 1st and goal. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Now, after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
20! Point it right, point it right, point it right. Stop!
Here's Mayfield. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked up by D. Alford.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Algier. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He was brought down by Levante David. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Leave it, bring up 48. To Hunt, 300. On Andy. Hey, we're good. Wait to Hunt.
Now, Cousins. He'll get this out to Algier. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. 4th down.
Bradley Pinion
The Falcons
in
getting their
formation.
puncher out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. To return is Johnson. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
45-yard line.
What's that?
On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. The throw on the run is complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Gain of 21 yards.
That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
1st and 10. at
And this is
the
a tricky
34-yard
part of the
line.
game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's in. ELBUCCS. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a 2-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this 2-point conversion here to tie it up.
The Bucs will set up for
Out of the shotgun,
conversion.
Mayfield. And he will get into the end zone for 2, and this game is tied.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time?
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
To Hunt. 180. Stuck.
Throwing his Cousins. Open man, he's got him. It's London. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
London. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
To Hunt. 180. 300. Through. Wide. Listen to me. What's that?
Cousins gonna throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Elijah Cansey in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
3rd and 12.
To Hunt. 180. Leave it. Ring up 48. Gun. Gun.
The play clock down to 0. And this, not the best of sequences. The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long.
Yellow. 180.
Mooney in motion. Throwing now on third and long. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
27 yards.
They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
First and 10.
Here's first and 10.
Hut. 180.
They're going to put a man in motion to the right. On first and 10, Cousins. That complete to Algier. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
First down. A gain of 16
First.
yards. And the Falcon first down.
Here's Cousins. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And it's going to be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Tie game, fourth quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to first and goal. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
Tie game, fourth quarter. This defense knows the importance of keeping this thing at a three-point game. What a big play there with the tackle for loss on first and goal.
Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line.
180.
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. This one caught at the 4. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3. And that's going to set up third and goal. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout and talk things over before third down. Throwing now, Cousins. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown Atlanta. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, and now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And no return here. This is a touchback.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Irvin. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Big play. 3rd and 2.
What's that?
They'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's ELBUCCS. Complete. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Looking for ELBUCCS. He's got it again. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 15 in the air. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Buccaneers.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
180! Rail. Gun!
From the gun, it's Mayfield. A throw right side. Going to be taken in by McMillan.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down.
Good. What's that?
Mayfield to throw. Godwin working the right side. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. Number 14 with a pickup of 14 and a first down. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10.
180! Run. Regular. What's that?
To throw is Mayfield. This is caught at 2. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1. And a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Jahad! Black! What's that?
Cousins now. He fires downfield for Pitts. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Great job there defensively separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments in the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Jahad! What's that?
Cousins to throw. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the 4th. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10.
180! 300! What's that?
Cousins. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Falcons Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Here's first down.
Zebra, zebra, zebra. To Hunt. 180. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hey, yellow, yellow. To Hunt.
Cousins. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Timeout here at Tampa Bay. That is their second. Clock will stop at 35 seconds to go.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
To Hunt. Leave it, leave it. 180. Rose, Rose. Wait, to Hunt.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's caught left side by Pitts. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They hook up again. Second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
Wait, that.
Now, Cousins. He'll go underneath to Algier. Oh, he's going to be taken down, and now they've got to spike it or get the field goal team out here quickly.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field, and this is a great example here why.
Second and 6 coming up.
To Hunt. 180. To Hunt.
Now, Cousins. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
You certainly don't want to be wasting downs at this stage of the game, but with nothing open, I can't really blame him. There's really nowhere to go with the ball. You don't want to start throwing into tight coverage, and he just has to simply throw that one away.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the 4th quarter?
So here is Zane Gonzalez in a pressure situation. This to win the game. Oh, no, he missed it. Not more than a chip shot, but it's no good. And now the momentum swings to the other sideline here in overtime.
Pinion set to kick off.
4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. He'll swing this out wide to Irving. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
2nd down, they need 3.
What's that?
They'll run with Irving. And he's going to have the first down yard across the 50 to the 48.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On first down, here's Irving. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
What's that?
The kid, this is Irving. They'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
Brought down behind the
And
line
after
of
that
scrimmage.
negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
180.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. 18 yards on the connection. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
What's that?
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. Now, screen set up for Irving. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
At the Falcons,
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
On second down, a run with Irving. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to third down.
1-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up third and 2.
Good. 180. Real. What's that?
Now Mayfield. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
Back at the 20-yard line.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
On second down, Baker. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Makes it third and 4.
They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's third and 4. A short run there to Otten. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Good. 180.
They'll go. Mayfield. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will have the first down. So they roll the dice twice on 4th down in the red zone. And it pays off with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Set. 180. Run. Set. What's that?
Irving. Trying to push forward, but only a yard. Down to the 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal.
6. 180. Up, left. What's that?
They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll talk things over before 3rd down.
Set. 20. What's that?
On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. To the goal line and in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
28. Falcons 21. Chase McLaughlin.
So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here.
At their own 35-yard line.
Now a first throw here in overtime. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he let him a bit too much. That pass is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10.
180! Yellow, yellow, yellow!
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Timeout here at Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
Swap. 180. One shot.
Cousins gonna throw. He's gonna take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That's gonna be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. So, fire the cannons. It's a win for the Bucs. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Buccaneers get the win. As we say, so long from Tampa.